Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So there is an item in my inventory right now that I was lucky enough to get access to thanks to my friends over at Jamflex. It's an item that was around in the pre-EOC days, and it's something that I've wanted to see in old school for quite a long time, and that item is the Orb of Oculus, the Oculus Orb. I guess they changed the name for old school, but if you guys remember back in the day, the Orb of Oculus was an item that if you clicked on it, you pretty much were brought to this like new view of yourself. You were sort of hidden, and then what you could do is you could actually look around you and move around, but your character would stay in the same place. So I'm still over there, right? But I've got this panel up and I can just hide her like this, and I can just move around the map away from my character, and I go a lot quicker, obviously, but I have limited access depending on where I'm standing. The original Orb of Oculus was released in 2010 during the pre-EOC era, like I said earlier, so it was actually sort of past, I guess, the RSMV era, but people were still making RuneScape music videos back then. So again, it was really useful, especially for video makers, and especially for the people who just sort of wanted to look around the world and check out some new things. It's also very useful, I guess, for... Wait, Soup is botting. Ah! These guys are crazy, man. They're all whack. It's also very useful for, I guess, websites like OSR's Wiki, so they can take, close-ups of items, without their characters getting in the way, though. There is the render self option these days, but this is even cooler, I think. So I think a lot of other content creators actually got access to the Orb of Oculus as well, so don't be surprised if you see quite a few videos, sort of like mine, coming out from your other favorite content creators, I guess, but... well, let's be real, you guys are just here because I'm paying you to be here, so... either way, I think I want to spend this video sort of just going around the world and checking out maybe some undiscovered places, seeing what's up. Again, I'm going to look through Twitter and I guess the 2007scape subreddit to see what else I can find and something I can maybe show to you guys. Now, one thing, if you guys haven't noticed already, there's these like black bars here. I can only go to certain areas with my character standing in a certain place, so it only renders this much when I'm standing in a certain spot. So for me to see past here, I would have to go back to my character and then run further south, and then if I go back to that spot, you can see I can now see further. Some of the places I'm going to show you guys were actually found by Spinewielder, or the OSR's Wiki head administrator. He actually got the orb a couple days before I did, so he had the chance to find many of these places. The thing is, he only posted them on his Twitter and on the 07 Wiki, and I'm sure many of you guys don't really follow either of those, so I figured I might as well put them in this video. So yeah, shout out to Spinewielder for the cool places that he found. The first place we're going to check out is the old King Black Dragon lair. So the current KBD lair is just this big sort of square lair that the KBD resides in, but the old one was a bit more jagged, it wasn't as even, and the reason it's not like that is because I think it's to prevent safe spotting of some sort. But if you guys didn't know, yeah, there was a version 1 of this KBD lair that was released. The thing was, I think it was taken out of the game in before 2010, so the original Orb of Oculus could never actually reach this area, but now that we have it in old school, we can see it. So to get there, we're going to go down the Temple of Ikov ladder to get to this area, and then we're just going to open this gate, and then we're going to run all the way to the eastern side of this where you find the ice arrows during the Temple of Ikov quest. So we're just going to run all the way over there. Now already on the minimap right here, you can see that there is this sort of lava rocky area, and this is actually the KBD lair. I never noticed this during the quest. I mean, you never really come down here either way, so during the quest I never noticed this, but you can never see over there because of this giant mountain. It sort of blocked the view, but we're just gonna, I guess, stand right here, and then we're gonna use our orb, and we're just gonna head right in, hide the panel, dramatic entrance through the mountain, and boom, we are in the, what could have been, current KBD lair. So the current one is obviously, like I said, more square. I think it's to prevent safe spotting. This one is a lot more jagged, it sticks out in a lot more places. It feels a bit smaller too. Also, it looks like these chests are actually floating, but we can open them just like the chests in the current KBD lair, so nothing too crazy about this area. It's just cool that this has been here for so long and nobody has ever known about this since the current KBD, or since this Oculus has been released. So now looking at the comments on the thread, apparently this KBD lair version, like there are very few, if any, pictures released of this version of the KBD lair on the internet because it was deleted before the original Orb of Oculus was released, so pictures of this were never really seen. So for many people, this is like the first time ever seeing this, and I'm sure some Gmods were surprised this is here as well, but very, very cool to see this here. I wonder why they actually left it here. I'm not totally sure, but either way, really neat, and it just makes you wonder if there's more areas like this hidden on the map. Now we are on Zaya, on the northeastern part of the continent, up here near the Soul Altar. You can see it from right here. Where is it? There it is. If you guys go on the map, which you just saw, you can see there's this thing over here, this platform. We don't really know what it is. If we go onto the Orb of Oculus, hide the panel, if we go all the way over here, we discover uncharted territories for the first time ever. And the really cool thing here is that there's like a champion statue here. Just this regular champion statue with a frozen warrior, and then another frozen warrior here. Sort of creepy. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This is the very edge of the map, at least from what I can see. Can't zoom in any further, unfortunately. Oh, here we can. Yes, I can. Just kidding. So we have the warrior right here, completely frozen in snow. We have the champion statue here, and there is actually something on the statue. I'm not sure if that's just graphics, but it looks like the start of something being added to the statue here. And then over here we have this guy. This is creepy. I'm not gonna lie. From this angle, this is sort of creepy. It's a guy frozen. Looks like he's completely shocked at something that's happening. So really, really weird. But cool, to say the least. That's cool. Little Easter egg there, maybe for a future Zaya quest. If we just head south here and we just have some water. Really nothing out of the ordinary here. But the cool thing over here, actually, I'm going to show you guys, is we have the river here. Oh, I can't stop moving. My hand's not on my keyboard. Stop. So the water here is has something on it. I'm not sure if you guys know what it is, but not only is this stuff on the water, but it's on the side of the mountains too. Again, this is sort of a magical area, obviously, with the soul altar here and the blood altar, but not really sure what these little wave things are. Who knows? Magic. That's the safest answer. So yeah, really cool stuff over here. I wonder if they're ever going to explain that champion statue. The next cool little Easter egg we're going to check out is the Chasm of Fire Easter egg. If you guys go to Zaya up here by the Chasm of Fire, it's in the Chasm region. I'm going to show you on the mini-map just below the Lizard Shaman area. We're going to head down to the bottom level, so we have to go down a couple ropes until we get there. We are now at the bottom floor, so let's head into the Oculus Orb to see how we can view this. Now, I don't think I can get a full picture of it, unfortunately, because the angles here are a bit funky, but if we just head straight in and zoom in and then sort of get an angle here, you can begin to see writing right there. You see that F right there? So here we have the word fire. There's the F-I-R-E sort of right here. It's weird. So there's the fire. The F is there. I don't really know where the O is. Is it on this side? No, I'm guessing the O is just this right here. This is the O. So of, and then of course this word up here is chasm, which is a bit funky to get to. So there we have the C, the H, A, S, M. So Chasm of Fire in writing is hidden under the actual Chasm of Fire. I don't know why they left this in. Maybe they thought it was funny, but it doesn't seem to appear anywhere else on the map. Either way, found that one sort of unique. Next place we're going to check out is the southwestern part of Zaya over here, right below the raids area. So you can see we have regular Zaya over here. This is the connection part over to Mount Quidamortem, which is, you know, where you start raids. And down here is this apparently cave-looking like thing. But I want to mention really quickly, I had no idea there are a lot of mountain trolls over here. So if you guys ever have a troll task, come here to Zaya because there's a lot of them here. There's lots of trolls here, man. Check this out. Oh my gosh. Does anybody ever come here to kill these things? This would be perfect as a noob. Alright, so I don't know how much further west I can go. I'm just going to go to the tip of here because we can start to see the water here. And we just have to go all the way over here now. So let's get out the orb and move forward. So we have a carcass here. And we have all these stepping stone things here. You know, sort of the things that you take to the lighthouse from the Barbarian Outpost. Well, here we just have this cave, which obviously leads to something, but you can't enter it. So just a placeholder for now, I guess. But sort of a cool little area, something nobody's ever really seen before, except for on the mini-map. No right-click options at all either, so sort of just an area to look at for now. But maybe in the future, we'll have to travel here for something, and there's going to be lots of agility where we have to jump from rock to rock. Who knows? I think one of the most graphically appealing or visually appealing things I like about Old School is actually the Mire Ditch reason. I've always found this area very cool. The quest itself here was pretty annoying, but people overlook this area because you come here once for the quest and then that's it. You never ever come here again. This entire city was built for one quest, though there are features that were released on, you know, RS3 and pre-EOC for this area. For Old School, you come here and you're once, one and done. There's like a master clue over here too, but that's pretty much it. That being said, with Raids 2 coming out, there's going to be a lot more stuff here going on, I'm guessing, but we can never really access this area up here except for this stretch of wall here on the outside. And then once you get to this area, you can't come in at all. But now with this orb, we can check out some things. We can come all the way over here and just see what goes on. So we have the floating castle with the inside. The cool thing is there's actually doors for this. So they'd actually design doors for the inside. Sorry, that's just the OS Buddy thing here. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit, try to get a better angle. It does actually go down as well. Can we come see what's down here? Fortunately, I would try to zoom down for you guys, but I don't have the option to. But they did design this so that there are some Fire Watches down here. Wow! These things, that's so cool. These things have been here forever. They've never moved, apparently. They're just standing still. That's so weird. I've always found that, like, creepy that there's NPCs that literally have done nothing and stayed in the same spot for so many years. I know that they're just, you know, NPCs, that they're not real, but I don't know. Anybody know what I'm trying to say here? It's still really cool that they're just down there. And then we have this, obviously the castles here are massive in comparison to other things. Or like helicopter landing pads. We have the path here in the middle again. And now we have the, I guess, regular town thing over here. Just the regular houses. And this was designed. They are not filled in with anything, at least from what I can see, but some buckets and pots here. Some things were filled in, some things weren't. Huh. The middle of a fireplace. Never seen that before. Huh. Scaffolding. Huh. Whoa. Check that out. Oh, here's a Firewatch. Hello. So there's actually scaffolding that goes into the abyss here. They designed scaffolds to maybe make it seem like the Firewatch people and their dictator are trying to build into the depths and build more things. Maybe for a future quest. Maybe you have to come down here for the next raids. Who knows? Nobody's really ever seen this before. And then if we just go further south, obviously we get to the area of where you do the quest. There is actually another big castle over here that I mentioned in one of my Forgotten Areas of Old School video from last year. I can't see it from here, unfortunately. I think I have to go further south. Nothing really else here standing out. This guy is... What's up, buddy? Aw, is he sad? Is he crying? Wow, he's scared. Poor guy. There's so much cool stuff you can do with this orb, dude. Really, really cool. Nothing else really stands out, but I'm sure people will scavenge everything they can once this is officially released and find new really cool Easter eggs and other amazing things that are hidden. We are now in the southernmost desert city of Sophanim, which is part of many quests. As you guys know, you can do things here like Pyramid Plunder as well. And then right next to it is an area called Menephos. If you guys didn't know, Menephos is pretty much Sophanim spelled backwards, but the P and the H are the only things that aren't right here. But we can actually access Menephos. This area is open on RS3. There was a big release, I think, for that city about a year ago. We can actually cross the bridge here, but then when we try to open the gates, we can't. I'll not get through these gates. They're too heavily boarded up. These walls don't look very climbable. There's actually a small cutscene. If you guys didn't know, I didn't even know that there's a small cutscene here. And there are these two guards here. I don't really need the orb to check these guys out. They do look different than the guards over here. Again, these guys just been staring the wrong way for forever. But we can explore the other side of here with the orb. But like I said, there most likely isn't anything on this side. We have a palm tree that's cut off. Just looks like sand dunes. Unfortunately, there's not much more here, but I did think it would be cool for you guys to check it out. There are ladders here we can climb up, but nobody's ever done it before. We have the wall blocking it off. And we have the carpet ride here. But I know some people have always wanted to see if there's anything hidden over here in these sides of the city. Unfortunately, it's nothing but sand dunes. So unless there's a future release for this, which actually isn't a terrible idea, there's nothing here. Or there's a secret trapdoor under the sand. And we'll never know. Alright guys, thank you for tuning in. This was a very, very fun video to make. I do hope that they plan on releasing this to everybody very, very soon. I think they just want to test it out with some people to see how it goes, sort of like old school mobile. But again, this hopefully will be in the game pretty soon for all of you guys to use. In the meantime, if there's any areas you guys want me to check out for a video, maybe I can make it the next week. I'll definitely be up for making a part 2 if you guys want me to check out any more areas. Maybe like the Elf City, the Elf Lands, to see what's in the area over here. That'd be very, very cool. I just don't want this video to get too long. But thank you guys again for tuning in. If you guys did make it this far, please leave a like and a comment, and I will see you next time for the next video. Have a good one, and peace.
Wow!